thing up there? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And they have it on a remote.
It's on a remote control.
Oh, yeah.
High tech. This is a very high tech studio.
Except for headphones.
Only the one pair.
We spare no expense here.
That's why I'm in charge.
That's why he's in charge.
Because he has the headphones?
I have the headphones. We're on.
Curious to see
We're
what it-
recording now, guys, so everybody knows. This is
Yeah.
on.
I'm curious to see what this looks like on the other side.
Where?
Can you hit the cough button, please, if you're going to do that?
Sorry. There's a button?
Yeah. 3?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
now
think
you can
if
cough.
you
Now
have to
cough.
ask what number, it's too late.
I got it. It's too late. Go ahead, cough. There you go. Okay, now it's back on.
Okay. There it is. Is that better?
Carlo Fuente.
All right, so we have a special guest today and then a special guest host today.
What are you looking at me for? I already know.
Because
Look at Earl.
You excite me. Hey, Earl.
Earl runs the camera.
So, you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Sure.
Well, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm Wes.
Wes?
From Crown Heads out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Wes Thornton.
Thornton with an N in the middle that nobody remembers.
I fucked that up on our poster.
It's a silent N.
I hope my mom's not listening
It's a
with this
sound.
language.
Yeah, she probably won't
Dirty
be listening.
language.
Yeah,
She's one of our
we're
biggest
literally
fans.
30 seconds into it, and you already had to, like, beep something.
2
We
F-bombs.
don't fucking
beep.
people.
We don't beep.
3.
We just let them roll.
We have the adult content logo on our.
Yeah. Explicit.
We're good. Explicit.
And we don't have any advertisers, so
That's
we
right.
do whatever
no
we want.
advertisers.
That's a sign of a good podcast.
I gave you
John.
like
Solid podcast.
4 cigars when I walked in the door.
I don't even know what
This
the hell
episode
you're
brought to you by
talking
Crown Heads Cigars. There you go.
Thank you.
about. Wow.
As soon as the bill.
Delicious
So-
with the Juarez.
So, okay, and you are?
Fred Rewey, formerly known as the guy that used to own Nomad that sold out, that is still hanging out.
So you were on the show before, Fred.
I have been on the show
and
before.
You're a good friend, and you're in the lounge, and
Yeah.
I figured we could all tackle Wes together. So,
I didn't know about that was going to happen, but
Yeah, I didn't know either,
yeah,
so
little
I know.
man-on-man action.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Whatever.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
It did. Oh, he's tweaking.
Oh.
Tweaky. We don't usually use that
He's
microphone.
he's actually turning dials for those of you that are on the podcast, both of you.
Moneymaker
and
Mike.
want to know. Yeah.
So I
He's
screwed-
also the only one with headphones, by the way. I think we should point
I'm
that
the
out.
only one that can hear the show.
Yeah.
I'm the one fan.
I thought you had
I don't even record these. I just like to
earmuffs.
hear.
Yeah, this is
Sensitive hearing.
I just
not
like to hear what you
not
know.
very professional.
This podcast is going so well already.
It is a nice table. It is a nice table, though. It is a nice table. We do have a lot of space here. This is nice.
Oh, you didn't hit the button. Okay, so I screwed up your name. I also called you the national sales manager.
Right.
Not the national sales manager?
No, he's
No.
not the national
Oh,
sales manager.
what are we doing?
You see, you're admitting stuff that nobody knows, though. If they weren't in the everybody on the
don't-
podcast does not know
We
any of
don't
those mistakes were
fact
made.
check.
I'm
You
told-
know
yeah,
we
we
don't
don't
fact check
anything.
He could be president of the company.
So I'm totally fine with that. I'll just put myself on blast. But Miguel, the national sales manager of Crown Heads,
Oh, he made a phone call?
very, very kindly reached out to me and said. But the fact of the matter is, how big is your fucking territory, anyways?
Now,
Yeah.
I have all of Florida, and I go all the way to Delaware.
Right.
Cough button.
Right.
Over to Arkansas. So that's pretty big.
So it feels kind of national to me.
It's
Well, when I
contagious,
first took the
apparently.
job 7 years ago, I had the whole United States.
Right.
So then he
me.
was the national sales manager.
And now so you've been downgraded to regional.
I maybe, but I get paid more, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
as long as
that's
as
always
long as
nice.
the money goes up.
Yeah.
He gets paid.
What's that like? So like money goes into your account?
It's not bad.
I work
Yeah?
here, but they don't pay me.
Single, no kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Single, no
Wow.
kids.
Yeah.
But you weren't really crushing like the apps. The
Thought you were about to
Tinder
go
or
somewhere else
anything,
with
on Vegas. We had that conversation. You
No,
said-
no. The pool's too big out there.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's not worth it.
It's too much.
Oh,
Right?
the swipey.
Yeah, I don't see I've been pre-married, well before those apps existed.
Phones were invented, probably.
So yeah, so like Tinder and you said Bumble or some shit.
Bumble?
Those things are.
What? I didn't say that. I like to meet girls at church.
Oh,
That was a really good response. That was good. I like that.
you go
Yeah.
to church?
I've been to church.
Yeah, once or twice.
Yeah, a few
That's
times.
good for you. Good for you, Fred. Church? No.
I have a
Yes, you-
group that we have church every Sunday, but it's really us sitting around smoking cigars
Yeah?
every Sunday.
You put it on the TV or something?
No, we
No,
don't
not even the
actually. We
TV.
just smoke cigars, but
That's cool.
we solve the world's problems when we go home.
That's nice. Is there a Bible involved or
No,
no? Okay.
no.
Well, that's
no.
good.
Bible-ish.
So I've been to
thing.
Tennessee, and you're always pretty hospitable when I go there, and Because the first time I met you, I thought you were kind of a dick. I'm not gonna lie. It's like,
Well, I am. You're right.
you know,
Wow.
it was like you were just kind of quiet,
show
a little
just
reserved.
went rogue
But
on
like
you.
as I got to know him, like, fuck, man, this guy's a really good guy.
You know, I thought the same thing about you.
That I mean, I'm
when we-
he is a dick.
definitely
He is a dick.
When
Yeah,
we met
he
in
is.
Memphis. 'Cause,
He's
like,
very aggressive.
He's sitting over here, and I'm sitting over here, and we're kind of like, hey, man. Hey, man.
Oh, the head nod. The nod.
Yeah. And then
What's
we-
awesome is we met before, but you don't remember that, which is fine. But you and David Lafferty
You know,
have the same problem.
that's a lot of your stories go that way.
Nobody fucking remembers me.
David
I mean,
Lafferty
You have that same story with Fred.
remembers my name from like
yeah,
10 years ago.
Go ahead, David Lafferty. Yeah.
Yeah, I met him like 10 years ago
Right.
once, and he knows my name every time he sees me.
No shit. I met him for the first time 5 times now or so, but now it's like a running joke. So ran into us. We were sitting down at the lounge in Vegas, and somebody said, "Hey, do you know Dave?" And oh man, we both capitalized on that opportunity. It's like, "Hey, how are you? It's nice to finally meet you." It was pretty good. It's good stuff.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. So go ahead. So we met for the first time in Memphis, allegedly.
Where did we meet prior to that?
The show, IBCPR.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
PCA.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
it was
gonna say.
IBCPR at that time.
formerly known as.
I think it might have even
known
been
as.
New Orleans.
Ugh.
Were you in New Orleans?
Swampy one. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a bad one. That was just you go outside and you try to look nice walking over to the hotel from there, and
Yeah.
at some point you're just like, you know what, it doesn't matter anymore.
No.
It just and that's really weird, for us, especially coming from Florida.
Right.
When you're saying New Orleans was an absolute armpit
Right.
to go to humidity wise, and we're
Yeah.
coming from Florida, it was miserable.
You can chew the air in New Orleans. You can fucking chew it.
Okay, so that's probably the worst show. The second worst, Orlando, probably.
Yeah, thought so. Because of smoking rules.
It was an easy commute for you guys,
It
but
was awesome.
it was.
So
There was no.
I bought 4 towers after the show, right from Quality, right out of their booth. I'm like, and had a guy come over and pick up. I got it for nothing.
There was no central meeting spot.
Yeah, everybody went to the Corona locations and stuff like that.
Yeah, the parties and dinners were 30 minutes away.
I think he made
Yeah.
the most money out of the show.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think Jeff at
probably
Corona
did, yeah.
just, I
He
mean,
definitely
because
rallied.
there was 2 Drew Estate parties, there was a Miami party,
Right.
tent every night. I mean, but you're right. There was the hotel, you couldn't go there. There was no central meeting place. It's a destination because it's a convention center.
Right.
Barely a hotel
And the
attached
mouse is
to
in
it.
charge, so there isn't a lot of smoking in Orlando. So
How long have you been going to shows?
It's 9 years, 8 years. I don't know. It's been
Okay,
a long-
about the same. I think I'm
Look at
9 or
that.
10.
Yeah.
But I've been told that back in the day they used to have it in Nashville at
Really?
the Gaylord Opry, and they would do it like as a manufacturer. You would basically get a hotel room, and then the retailers would set their appointments, and you would just go in and out of hotel rooms and buy your stuff, and that was a great.
that's back in the day. I mean, but that would be.
Think of all the money saved though.
It's true. Think of all the money that IBCPR doesn't get to collect.
Oh, yeah. That's why that never
Like,
happened.
oh, you want carpet?
Well, no, you still
$10,000.
they don't get that money. That goes to the union, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They probably get a piece.
I mean,
I'd be shocked if they do.
Yeah.
It's like
I honestly
yeah.
have no idea.
I think a lot of it, I mean, they get the booth, but they've got the space, so it's whatever their hotel negotiation is. But, since it's truly it's not part of a hotel,
Right.
it is a convention center, I don't think they get a ton that way. That's not where they're getting local revenue,
So you're
probably.
saying cut the cost, go back to hotel rooms.
Yeah, you still have membership fees from people.
Just lay everything
guess.
out on the bed, check out my cigars.
I don't know. I'm just kicking stuff around,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're just,
it's a
we're
hot
just
topic.
we're just spitballing here.
I'll tell you what, I'd be for it in Tennessee. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, the problem is back when CAO was there, they would throw these at the trade shows. They would throw these giant parties with Leonard Skinner and Tommy Lee as DJ,
Right.
and we're not ready to have the obligation to
Crown Heads
do
isn't?
that.
Or
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, we're just kind of stacking cash back in the day. Now we're still on the come up.
Now it's the reality of this industry that there's not a lot of money in it? Or
No, there's money in it.
Yeah.
But there's, they threw some pretty elaborate parties from what I hear. I wasn't there.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like there would be obligation,
Right. But people in Nashville.
Yeah.
You could put something together.
I
I feel
don't know.
like
I kind of like to travel to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good year. There's no casinos in Nashville.
So? Oh, so you have a gambling problem.
It's not a problem. I found the solution.
He wins.
So you're born in Massachusetts?
No, who is? You are?
Not me.
Why did it say born Newton, Mass?
Wow. Way to do your homework.
I just made shit up.
Way to do your
for you.
homework. That was
Oh.
good. Solid homework.
Oh, he asked me earlier out here where you were from. I just
Yeah.
told you, like,
No, but I made shit up for the card just to fuck
Oh,
with
right.
Mike there.
First job selling cars. So this is complete bullshit.
No, he does play the drums apparently.
yeah, that's true.
Wait, does it also say selling cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your first job, selling cars?
No,
I've never.
So you just sabotaged me.
I just made it all up.
I've
That's awesome.
sold a car before.
You know, I fucking
But
love you.
he does. He did do one event that had karaoke, and he does play the drums.
How'd you get into the cigar industry? You started at Burns?
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll take it all
Yeah.
the way back. That's true. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kind of. I was in the insurance business. I ended up with my own agency. My friend that I graduated high school with managed one of the locations of Burns Tobacconist in Chattanooga, a guy named Matt Allen. So he would come over to my insurance office once a week, and my landlord would let us smoke in the office. So
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
so he would come over once a week, bring cigars, and we would play cards, and buddies would come over, and we'd smoke cigars. So then I was like, yeah, I'm kind of interested in this. So I started going to the store every couple of weeks, and then every week, and then every other day, and then every day
In Chattanooga?
in Chattanooga. And then
Selling cars?
He probably doesn't have a degree either. International business.
I'm a member of Tobacconist University.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
That's
So I
nice.
have the master.
So you did that
Tobacconist.
beforehand? When that was kind of a big deal or something?
What, the Tobacconist University?
Yeah.
I probably had that
They
like
still around?
9 years. I think
Yeah,
so.
they
Yeah,
are.
it's
I think
still
so.
around.
Yeah.
It's still around.
Yeah. On my website. Michael Herklotz was my mentor.
Oh, yeah?
Oh wow.
I've always liked that guy.
I like Michael. He has an amazing ability of taking complex subject matter and saying it to just regular cigar smokers that they understand. He'll use analogies like chicken soup or whatever it is and stuff like that, but he's really good at passing on that information.
I never met him.
Did you see the lady at the show carrying around the Michael Herklotz cutout?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that
pretty
was
cool.
funny. Yeah, that was funny.
You never met him.
Did you see the John Carney old photo of John Carney
I did
face
see
app
that,
with
yeah.
Michael Herklotz
Yep.
on the fake thing? Yeah, no, I never met him.
I always thought John Carney was bald, but he just shaved his head.
Yeah, I thought he was
Choice.
too.
It was a
Everybody-
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the longest
Yeah.
time, I thought he was bald.
Yeah,
I thought he was too.
yeah, national rep
mystery.
LFD.
Yeah.
He is the national rep.
National.
So no, you don't no degree in studies.
International business.
Hobbies: cigars, camping, karaoke. You get a lot of karaoke.
No, I wouldn't say a lot. No.
You did one event that was advertised. It was a karaoke event. I came across online. It was years ago.
I had one booked recently, and then we swapped territories, so I didn't have to do that one.
Who'd you swap it with?
Brian McGee.
Oh, the guy, the vegetarian.
Yeah. Yeah, the vegetarian.
Brian, if you're listening, I did not say that, just for the record.
He is not
Big
listening.
sexy shirt, a.k.a. toilet seat.
AKA, so just to kind of give everybody a background, like this poor guy, he's constantly ribbed by a select few of people, but it seems like that number grows every single year.
I'm going to regret that toilet seat thing for the rest of my life.
He works for Crown Heads, and
He's a good guy. He's
really-
a great
really
rep,
is.
super passionate.
he takes it really well.
He
too.
does. He does. You know what? It's that classic. As long as people are talking about you, though.
That's true. I mean, I
And,
knew
and
about
he's a really good guy.
I knew
He's
about
a really good guy.
Bigfoot before I knew Bigfoot. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I knew that he was affiliated with lettuce, lots of lettuce.
So hey, we're smoking the new Crown Heads cigar. Do you want to talk about that? The Juarez.
Not really. I mean, it's really good.
I'm going to help move this along so the West
right.
actually gets something out of this. Is it called Juarez?
It's called Juarez, yeah.
Yeah. No. So this is what was the idea behind this cigar? Why you guys put it out?
I'm glad you asked, Fred.
And by the way, I'm really happy to have you on my show. This is
Thank
is
you
really
for having
good.
me.
Can I get the headphones? I need
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
cool.
need
I'm
it.
gonna go
Yeah,
leave
Fred,
now.
I feel moderately
Fred,
comfortable.
Fred's better. Can you just go?
Yeah, Cigar Hustlers Podcast with Fred Rewey.
It's Fred Rewey. We'll just
Palmer.
spray paint that on the
I
bottom.
like this cigar. And,
is.
and so
I do too.
this was your idea
Going back to that.
of a value cigar, correct?
It's a budget-friendly cigar. It's a spin-off of Jericho Hill, so it's Mexican San Andreas. Jericho Hill is named after Johnny Cash's Cocaine Blues. All the sizes of that line are from the lyrics of the song, and the song references Juarez, Mexico, which is where that name came from. So we just came out with that. I think Cigar Hustler might be the first store in the country to have that.
Yeah.
Because we
there you go.
expedited shipping.
Yeah.
Came this morning before
For-
10:30.
I mean, you say budget, I say value, but I mean, I'm trying to think in my mind anybody that has a San Andres cigar anywhere near that price point. If I was a shop owner, I'm sure I could come up with one immediately.
I
but-
come up with a couple.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Well, let's just pretend that you don't. So
Yeah. Oh, I can't find any.
It's a good smoke. I'm actually really and,
it's really good.
and actually, I was telling him earlier, it is very reminiscent of the Jericho Hill. Yeah, it does have some of those tones to it.
It's just not a box press.
Yep, it's true. I was surprised. John gives me cigars all the time in the office.
Right.
So smoke this. I get no information. What do you think? And I smoked that, and I went back. I said, that was really good. What is that? And he said it's going to be Juarez, and it's $5.95
Nice.
plus your local state tobacco tax.
Right. Well, it's really good.
Or in Florida, so we're super.
You know, if
friendly
you have
in
a
that
good
regard.
San Andreas wrapper, I mean, 80% of the job's done, right? Because it really kind of takes over the cigar.
I am going to disagree with that statement respectfully.
All right.
Well, you're not in the cigar business anymore, so
Yeah.
your opinion
so
really
who
doesn't matter.
cares? It's moot. You don't count. Well, maybe you didn't have a good wrapper.
No, I mean, I think, the wrapper is important, especially as you get down to smaller ring gauges and stuff like that. But, I
Right.
mean, like, the one I'm smoking is definitely not a small ring gauge
Right.
for me. And, at some point, the wrapper, like, you get all the way down to Lancero, and, yeah, I mean, I'd agree, the 80%, that wrapper better be good. You can make a good Lancero. You can't make a good Lancero without a great wrapper.
Right.
And if you don't have a great wrapper, you're not going to have a good Lancero no matter what. But as you get to bigger ring gauges, the other tobacco does come into play for me.
I feel like Fred's a little nervous because he's like co-host.
I don't think
when,
so.
When he was like,
I have no idea what my role is here. I have no
That's
idea
what it
other
is.
than the only thing I said to him was like, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" I'm like, "Okay, but make it all about Wes."
yeah, and I said, why?
Hey, did you see there's a Rick Rodriguez bobblehead now as well?
No.
No, but we'd love to have one.
Well, I don't have one to offer, but
Oh, God darn it.
I just thought it was interesting.
Well, the Polish guy in the middle
I'll
is
take
Brett.
it.
He's
There
our
you
new
go.
addition. It was,
This is Colonel Sanders.
Wait, who's the Polish guy? Which one's the Polish
The
guy?
one- red
Actually,
hat.
it's
Guy kinda looks like
Sigmund
Marty.
I thought that
Freud.
was like one of the
But
wise
it
men,
could be
like
Carl's
the
name.
guy that brought myrrh or something. I thought that was from a nativity scene. It was like the one guy that he's got like this mug of frankincense
No,
or something.
my
We
buddy-
Three Kings.
That's a Polish guy.
yeah, my buddy brought him back from
A
Poland.
fan of the show.
So
brought back from Poland.
what's his deal? Why does he have a
He's-
is it beer? Is that what he's got in his hand?
Yeah.
Beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a care in the world. That's what's
So-
going on there.
The original wise men actually had beer. The most people don't know that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
The way one say, or
Sure, let's go with that. Yeah.
Probably a Miller Lite. That's God's beer.
podcast going really well.
Rainier. I think it was Rainier.
So, what else you got?
I got nothing.
Wow, you really fucked me here with these.
So
I'll
Wes,
tell something.
what are you
I never
smoking
finished
right
mine.
now? We're smoking Noras. What are you smoking?
See, that's why Fred's here.
I'm smoking a Luminosa.
Can you come back every Tuesday, Fred?
I never finished my anthology of how
Yeah.
I got to where I'm at now.
I mean, you never got into how we met.
Well, I don't remember that.
You said Memphis.
Yeah, I think it was Memphis.
Yeah.
I think we covered it. You were both being dicks. I think we kind of
Oh, okay,
covered
yeah,
that.
so
I
we're
think
both
that,
being dicks.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was no more to that story.
Which
So you were
moral
hanging out at
is-
Burns. You're hanging out at Burns all the time, and then you eventually what? Did you ask Matt or Phil, or just did one of them just finally go, look, you're here every night.
What?
Why don't you work for us?
I'm just going to sit back.
kind of. I got the wild hair. I sold my insurance agency. I decided I wanted to move to Texas and be an independent cigar rep. Having never been to Texas, I was going to have Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, take the money I made from my insurance company, and just
You don't
go
have to look
for
at
it.
us. Fred's running the show. Just look at Fred.
So no cigar experience, and never being in Texas. You were
Well,
just
I'd
going to pick
smoked
up.
a
You were going to
couple
be an
of them.
independent broker and just go for it.
This
Yeah.
Oh, I tried it. That job sucks.
seemed like a good idea at the time, huh?
The lines that I had at the time locked in were 262, Clint Aaron.
Clint, good guy.
I had Sean Williams, El Primer Mundo.
Yeah.
I had Savinelli Pipes when they were still based in North Carolina. So they flew me up to North Carolina to train me on selling pipes because I didn't really know a lot about that.
You
And
got
about
training?
Yeah, a little bit.
So wait a second. So you rep 3 brands when you started?
Well, no, we're not there yet.
We're not
He's
there
not done.
yet.
Oh,
Slow
actually
down.
did it.
Stop
This
interrupting
story is
me. What are you
unveiling
doing?
right
Just
now.
let me tell a story.
Lord.
Write that down.
I'll just turn him off. What are you, 3 there? Or just turn you off?
Yeah, just turn 3
Okay,
off.
please, Wes, continue. I turned him off.
You sure it's the right one? Check, Mike.
Yeah, you're still on. You're good.
So 2 days into the training,
Uh-huh.
I decide, and they were really good. Steven Cedron and his dad, Ruben, very nice people, very good at what they did. Second day, I was like, this is not for me. And I'm glad I didn't do it because I would have gone down there and lost all my money. I'd never even been to Texas before,
Right.
but that was what was open at the time.
Turn me back on.
So I get back
Thank you.
from this little trip, and the guy that owned Burns at the time, there were 2 locations. I said, yeah, I'm back. It didn't work out for me or whatever. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And he's like, well, I just fired my manager at the downtown store. Do you want to run that store? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So he met me there on like a Tuesday, gave me the keys, and drove the hell off. And so I did that for 3 years, which is when I met John and Mike from Crown Heads, because they had 4 Kicks was their only cigar at the time, which was my favorite cigar, and I sold a lot of them. So
Came out and made a big splash.
yeah, still my favorite cigar we make. And I just go up and hang out at the office. And I sent them, I had other offers from other companies to work for them, but I was pretty happy where I was at. But I did send John an email and said, hey, just letting you know I'm out here. If you ever need anybody, let me know. So like a year went by, and I'd stayed in contact with them, and they invited me back to the office and said, we're ready to bring somebody on. We don't know what we want you to do. Are you interested? And I said, yeah. So I left Burns February 15th, 2013, started at Crown Heads February 18th, 2013.
And you've been there ever since.
Been there ever since.
You used to run the world, the U.S., and now you just run the East.
Now I'm in Deltona, Florida,
Living
in a-
your best life.
in a closed
Center
off
of the
room
cigar industry.
with no ventilation,
Hey, there's a fan thing going or something.
with a
These are really smoky.
former cigar
Really good
celebrity.
smoke in
And
Yeah.
At least you were former cigar
did you know Fred was a comedian? Possibly still is.
He writes books.
He used to be
books.
funny. I'm not sure if he still is.
He had a really good podcast.
I'm not sure I was
had
ever
7
funny.
episodes with it its time.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was ever funny.
Who's the
Quit
biggest name you've had on this podcast?
Skip.
Not biggest person, biggest name.
I didn't say Steve Saka.
Oh, okay.
We've hit him on
Oh, well, I know they're slimming down. They've got
Now
that whole.
he's Steve Flocka. I call him Steve
They're
Flocka.
him and Abe and Nish or
They're losing
Nimish.
weight. Yeah.
Nimish. Yeah, they're all slimming down in a big competition.
You know what I like about Skip? One of the things is when I have a late night, because I'm a night owl, I know he is always going to be on Facebook Messenger at any time I'm awake, and I can send him a message, and
he'll
he'll
respond.
write back.
See, I'm the opposite though. I am not a night owl, but I'm a super early morning person. So I know when I get up at 4 a.m,
He's
Skip's
still
still
there.
going to be
Yeah.
online.
Well, good. Skip got mentioned. So
Yeah, so we got that done.
Yeah.
we got that.
He has to get mentioned at every episode.
Send him
This
a bill.
segment's sponsored by.
Never gonna happen. So, who should I get on the show?
I don't know. It was just a fun question.
Yeah.
Look, we'll ask the questions
Would
here.
you like
okay?
some more conversation starter questions? I have
Sure.
some.
Tell you what, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
We're getting close.
Pause.
Pause for the calls.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Welcome back.
Steve Saka's beard on my mouth.
It
He
could
was
have been
on
on a
like a year
microphone.
ago. It's definitely.
You know we're live, right?
We never use that microphone.
Well, you know, it's just facts. Okay.
Okay, back to your questions.
Yeah. So, has nothing to do with cigars, but you know, we're here. It's whatever. If you could erase one entire musical album from your memory so that you could listen to it and enjoy it and experience it for the first time again, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. How the West Was Won by Led Zeppelin, the live album, because that was a fucking sick album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fred,
That just happened.
Fred, do you listen to music?
I do. Oddly enough. I'd probably have to go Beatles Sgt. Pepper album.
Wow. What about you, Wes?
Mike?
I'm
Moneymaker
I'm
Mike?
not a big music guy. Hold on, I'm dealing with Michael's microphone.
Technical issues?
Nope, we're good. I
you
think we're
mess
good.
with it too
I think we're
much?
good.
That's what happened.
I fucked with it too much. Turned it off and then back on.
What do you mean you're not a big music guy?
I don't listen to a whole lot of music. I listen to podcasts now.
So if you're like embarrassed to say Katy Perry or something, just
I
go
don't
with it,
listen
man.
to
It's
Katy
okay.
Perry.
I
I listen
mean,
mostly country
Miley
music.
Cyrus?
Trying to think of Charlie Daniels.
You kind of remind me of Michael McDonald a little bit. I feel like that could be your answer.
It's the beard.
I was going to say Kenny G, but yeah, that's Michael McDonald's good.
All right, Michael.
All right, what about you?
Yeah, what about you, Wes?
Mine's kind of
You're asking
obscure.
Strange questions.
Well, there's nothing else to talk about.
It's got to be Johnny Cash.
No.
No.
Mine is kind of obscure. It's a Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder live album that they recorded in North Carolina.
I was gonna guess that about you. That was the one I.
That was my second
Front to
choice.
backs. Fantastic.
Well, you want to ask the questions, Michael?
Sure.
Let 'em
Wait,
off the
I want to
hook?
do a question too.
Okay.
So-
I had the,
All right,
you have
go
a
ahead.
question.
Your
Yes.
number one movie. Your number one movie. You want to pick one. Forget about categories, comedy,
It's
whatever.
a Wonderful Life.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. Just because it's a feel-good movie, or you like Jimmy Stewart, or
No, I think it's just it's got great principles. It's something that I could always watch. I watch it every year. Make my wife watch it every year. So
solid.
Yeah, but
solid.
she loves that.
she fucking hates it.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't think I've ever watched that entire movie.
how have you not watched that entire movie?
I say the same thing about Star Wars. I've never seen one all the way through. Star Trek, it's not my thing.
I mean, I understand that. I get the fact that you haven't seen any of the you're not a sci-fi guy, but like,
I had this conversation at dinner in Las Vegas with a group of guys, and I said I'd never seen Star Wars, and it was like a very Star Warsy kind of crowd, like probably collect swords and stuff.
right?
And I said I'd never
Lightsabers,
seen
not
Star
swords.
Wars. Right. and I was like, I'm a Back to the Future guy, and the guy's like, I've never seen Back to the Future.
And then you kicked his ass.
No, I felt sorry for him, but when I got back from Las Vegas, I bought him a copy and just mailed it to him and said, "Educate yourself." With a little note.
Nice.
So hopefully he's
Mike,
done.
favorite movie?
we
or do you
were-
not watch movies?
No,
you
I
just
watch
podcast?
I watch a lot of movies.
He's a tough critic when it comes to movies.
yeah,
He's like,
it's
that
really
movie
tough.
sucked. I'm like, Jesus.
We Were Soldiers.
All right. Okay.
Kind of a downer.
Yeah. Not exactly the feel-good movie of the
No,
year.
no
It's
feel-good
It's
movie.
like watching Elephant Man and Mask back to back. It's like if you're born ugly and have ability to make things out of sticks,
I
you're
like to
you're
watch
dying
those
that way.
backwards.
What's that?
I like to watch those backwards.
If you watch
So
Benjamin Button
everybody's-
backwards, it's just a normal movie.
Yeah, it's the same
Standard.
movie.
Yeah, guy just gets old. Wes, favorite movie?
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, solid choice.
nice.
Solid. It's actually
Dapper
that's in
Dan,
my top
baby.
10. That's in my top 10.
Little fun fact for you. There's a guy named Dan Tominski who's played in Alison Krauss's band for like 30 years. He has 18 Grammy Awards, somewhere in that neighborhood. He hangs out in the cigar store in Nashville every day. Just chain smokes cigars all day, but that's his voice. When George Clooney sings that song, that's his voice on the movie.
I didn't know
Oh
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't. I used to say that all the time. I'd say that I was that guy, but now that guy
No.
exists.
Yeah.
So.
Only the people who listen to this.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think you're still good.
All right, sweet. Fred.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
Yeah. Solid movie.
Easy.
In school, when I was in
different.
college, I wanted to be a film major, and I got over it. But saw
It's never too late,
millions
Fred.
and
Fred made
millions
a
of
movie.
films. And that was the first movie that I remember seeing, especially during that time when you just had to watch all these films.
Right.
It was the first movie I saw that I walked out of that I wanted to walk right back in and hear the story told again. It's like your grandfather telling you this really awesome story.
Right.
So,
I would have picked Notebook for you.
Notebook. I've never seen
That
Notebook.
was more romantic. for
Actually,
you.
you know what? Funny. This came up the other day because this came up in Vegas when we were talking about movies. Most popular movie you've never seen? I've never seen Dirty Dancing.
I probably
Really?
haven't either.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And everybody's like, "You haven't seen that?" I'm like, "No."
That's pretty crazy.
I probably never have either.
Are you snapping us?
He's taking our picture.
No, I don't.
He's
Panorama.
videoing.
I don't
panorama.
Snapchat.
All right, so now we return to the program. So you have questions, I'm sure, all lined up, ready to go for
We have
Wes.
the same 5 questions we ask everybody who comes on the show. Go ahead, he's uploading his video.
Oh, go ahead and multitask.
Okay, what's the best piece of advice anyone ever gave
This is
you?
the most obscure podcast we've ever done.
It is.
I wish you would.
Since the last time I was on the show.
No, that one was good too, though.
I wish we could have preloaded these questions so I could think about them.
Yeah, fuck
No,
that.
that's the whole idea of
That's
giving it
probably
to
why they do it.
Well, I
If
just
you
can't think
listen
of
to the
anything
show,
yeah,
Best
if you listen to any of our 80 episodes that we've had.
Best
80.
advice anybody ever gave
Or a
me:
year and a
don't
half.
do the Cigar Hustler podcast show.
Does this podcast have its own Instagram, or is it just you just do
it's
Cigar
got its
Hustler?
own.
Yeah, it does have its own Instagram.
He is
Wes.
a beast
Thank
on
you so
Instagram.
much.
He is a beast on Instagram.
What is the Tag.
Cigar Hustlers
You'll never
Podcast.
guess. A Cigar Hustlers
No,
Podcast?
no A, just cigar.
Cigar Hustlers Podcast.
Yes.
Plural or Cigar Hustler
Hustlers.
or Hustlers?
Hustlers.
There's a big sign right there.
Podcast.
Another one right there.
Podcast.
Another one there. There's one
Oh, yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't miss it.
There's signage all over this
Yeah.
room.
There it is.
Jeez.
Plus outside on the building.
Dang. Here we go.
So, best advice someone ever gave you?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that.
Don't do it.
Don't move to Texas.
Don't move to Texas and sell pipes.
Yeah, definitely don't go to Texas. You can drive all day there and you're still in Texas.
Yeah.
I like Texas.
Me too.
You want to come back?
Yeah, let me come
another
back. I'm trying to think of something. Right, like the thing that comes off the top of my head is like, don't eat yellow snow, but that's
Solid advice, though.
it's not helpful to anyone.
Whew.
All right. Well, one person, living or dead, would you like to share a cigar with?
I think my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You smoked with him before or no?
No, he ain't having it.
Really?
That's why. Yeah.
It'd be
He's
like
not.
a win for you.
Yeah, he's never gonna smoke. I tried to sit on the porch with mom and dad once, and just like barely got the fire to it, and mom's like, coughing, and so I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
You know, how the fuck, but you're in sales. How do you get? I mean,
And
you
you're
know,
outside.
How do you not close that deal?
I'm not selling people to smoking.
Why
They're
not?
usually they're already
But
in
maybe
here,
you
kind of
should be.
interested.
Like, isn't that's probably like one of the bigger problems in this industry, right? Is a constantly fucking depreciating thing, right? You're losing more and more consumers probably on a daily basis.
Well, we could be out there getting some. Instead, we're in this room.
No, I have them. Don't worry, they're established.
They're out there.
But I'm saying outside of that realm.
Maybe that's the
Just
best
get-
advice I've
get
ever
them
been
out.
given.
Yeah. You should make more.
Who's that?
You should make more cigar smokers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to never, you can't argue with the answer of my dad. You know,
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I
that's
agree,
not even
man.
debatable.
I agree.
You know, it's the
But
perfect
like,
answer.
but you got to seal
It's
that.
like saying Jesus.
But like,
you know, like,
have
oh,
to
okay,
seal that
Jesus.
deal.
You know.
Like that has to happen.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you. It ain't
Mine's
Well,
always
with
been
that
Mark
attitude,
Twain.
mister.
Mine's always been Mark Twain.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check the tapes and make sure that that's what he said.
He said his dad.
No, Fred Rewey.
Oh, I don't remember what. I think
That's
you
why,
did say Mark.
that's why I'm not answering these questions.
I think it's
But you just did.
I know.
All right, next question. We moving on?
I
Moving
guess.
But you already knew the question.
Charming Wes.
I don't remember the questions. I blacked out this show the second I left this thing months ago.
Wow.
That was
Aggressive.
a long time ago. Fred was in the beginning.
Yeah, you're like episode 7.
Just about. Okay, what one fictitious person would you like to share a cigar with?
Fictitious.
Yeah.
Character from a movie.
Well, it's definitely not Luke Skywalker. I can tell you that much.
Michael J. Fox, maybe.
Michael J. Fox is not fictitious
His
in his
character.
own
I
right.
can't think of the character's name.
McFly.
McFly?
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Marty McFly.
Great
Shame on
movie.
you.
Yes.
I showed that movie to my daughter, and she was like, you know when you like all the ones you liked when you were younger that you show your kids, and
Right.
that it's just not happening. That was one of the ones I showed her, and
No.
she's
You know what's funny is I subjected.
just don't get it.
I subjected Jax to Back to the Future 2 as well.
yeah, they
And
did
he's
nothing.
like, this is scary.
Hey,
I'm
Yeah.
like,
This is
scary.
scary.
By the way, the guy that the what's his name, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just happened to see today that he's worth like $80 million, and I'm like, how did he get worth that high? I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, he's always done like some things. He was on Taxi or
Right.
whatever, but I mean, I didn't know he'd be worth that much money.
Did he
I
own
think
rights to
so.
the movie Back to the Future?
I don't know. I mean, I wonder. Sorry, continue. Question 3.
Yeah, I was thinking about it while you were
thinking,
doing your
just
thing.
thinking.
So, I was trying to
Oh wait,
come
are we
up
still on
with-
question 2 for
We
you?
should get.
No, we
Oh yeah, we
No,
are.
we're
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Fictitious
fictitious
person. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's 3.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Like a cartoon character or something.
I've never
Book.
been a big cartoon guy. I mean, I did some Mickey Mouse when I was younger, but
Yeah.
like these adult cartoons, it ain't for me. Family Guy, Simpsons.
You're a lot of fun, Wes.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'd rather like learn something. I think.
So, if you had to pick another living or dead person, then
Wait,
who would
we're
you
not
pick?
on. That's
I know, but
Where
but
is
he
living
can't
or
come
dead
up with a
person?
fictitious one. I'm trying to throw him a bone here. I mean, you know.
I don't want to let him off the hook.
Yeah.
You could say Dr. Brown. I mean, he's a big Back to the Futures fan.
Emmett, Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yeah.
Nah, he wouldn't be my pick though. I don't want to lie
So
to
then
the
you
people.
do have a pick.
So you do have a fictitious person.
Right. See, now you're getting
He
it,
doesn't
Fred.
have
sure there
one, but
is
it's
one.
not him.
Yeah, it's not that guy.
Is it like a
Great, we
My
can
Little
come back,
Pony or
but-
something?
So we're gonna slowly rule out who it's not.
Yeah.
So
naming some people.
pretty safe. Picard's not going to come on the list.
No Luke Skywalker.
Riker.
No.
Darth Vader, maybe? Darth Vader?
No.
Darth
no,
Maul.
Darth-
No. Does nothing for
Any
me.
of the Darths?
You didn't like do the like comic books growing up?
No.
What the hell did you do growing up?
Wow.
Went
smoky.
fishing
Okay.
and rode ATVs. I grew up on like a 100-acre farm.
Johnny Quest?
That's
maybe?
pretty awesome.
That's probably too old for you.
Well, and he's a kid, dude. That's just wrong.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Well, who's the guy? What was the guy?
Racer X?
Rex.
Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
Oh no,
Racer X?
Rex Racer was Speed Racer's brother.
Oh, that's right.
But who was Johnny Quest's?
The white-haired guy. It was Pence. Looked just like Pence.
It did. It might have been Rex. I don't know.
Do you know who Johnny Quest is, Michael?
Barely.
Do you know who Magnum PI is?
Yeah.
I started watching Magnum PI the other day. Nobody in my house knows who the hell he is.
Just got to order for some cigars, so still
Can we expedite this?
Still making it happen.
Yeah.
That's
Over here.
nice.
That's because you're on the show. That's direct
Yes, you're
correlation.
welcome. You're welcome.
That's right.
Direct
Live.
correlation.
We're live right now.
throw you a cut.
So you're
Okay,
not gonna have a fictitious person that you can't think of, like a movie character, somebody that you liked in the movies.
Yeah.
Kill Bill. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like the Ocean's 11's guy comes to mind. Like all of the whole group.
Yeah.
Kind of really like. I like that movie.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, we'll go with that.
Maybe because they're in
So we can
Las
move along.
Vegas and
Right.
yeah. Let's just move along.
You like Vegas.
We'll just move along.
You're a big Vegas fan.
I'm a big Vegas guy.
Yeah.
You know, this past week when we went to the show, I was there for 8 days. I went
Right.
outside once.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Daylight. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it was actually night when I went out, but
Still hot.
it's hot.
Still hot.
Still hot.
Still hot.
But I like that. I like air conditioning, and you can do that as long as you want there. You don't have to leave that building.
Right? It's a big building.
Yeah.
A lot of food and stuff. And gambling. What's your favorite thing to gamble? Blackjack?
Currently a game called Spinferno. It's a
Yeah.
slot machine game. Used to be
Nice.
Wheel of Fortune, but they've kind of phased out the old school rotary Wheel of Fortune, so I've got off that, and now I'm on the
I used to
Spinferno.
love the old Wheel of Fortune because I just wanted to spin the wheel.
Yeah,
And,
that's what it's all.
And half time
Spinferno-
I would only get like the 20 credit one, whatever the lowest one was. But
Yeah, Spinferno is similar. You still spin a thing, but
Nice.
So, do you have a fictitious person you want to share a cigar with? All right, what's your favorite cigar? We'll move on.
name one.
Yes.
Or like a top five.
No, just one. We're already at 38 minutes. Just the one.
Well, I don't want to be like the company guy and bias and name mine.
That's
Let
all
me do
right.
a top five.
Okay, top five.
Give us top five. Go ahead.
Top five. Padron 64
Maduro or natural?
natural.
Natural. Torp or
nice
particular
choice.
size?
Nice choice.
Principe.
Okay.
4 Kicks Corona Gorda.
Okay. Is that the Maduro or the standard?
The standard Habano.
Okay.
Illusione Epernay.
Fred's friends with Dion. They go way back.
He'll probably be up at the Area 51 thing.
Yeah.
Here in a few weeks, I bet. He's probably leading that pack.
Me?
Right? No.
Dion.
Oh, Dion?
He's into that, right?
I think Dion probably already has the aliens at his house. I don't think he needs to go on a raid.
Yeah.
I think he's already dialed in.
That's a good point, Fred.
Guillermo Leon's signature Corona Gorda, which you don't
Okay.
see a lot out there anymore. It's a shame. And
Underrated cigar.
Extremely underrated.
Highly underrated cigar.
And I like the new the Aladino, the one
Yeah.
that I guess the original one that comes in it's like a packet of 8 different sizes in the same box.
Right.
That was a good cigar.
Yeah, Husto's doing good stuff.
He's
I
been
think that
on the
was
show.
about 5.
Husto's been on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
Is that 5? You were going to say War Bear, too. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
one.
I don't think he's
I
had
just
it.
saw that.
I just had it
is-
before
I
this
just
one.
got an
It was
email
solid.
about that
It was
cigar.
solid.
Thank you.
I just had it right before this one.
Yeah, right here from an account. It's right there in the email.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
It exists.
40% off.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah. So might pop on that.
It's a Ronnie shop. 40% off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Flying out the door.
The only other question, do you want to go about your social media contacts or anything? People can find you?
Yeah, sure.
The 3 people that listen to the show?
Instagram is Cigar Wes with 1 S.
Nice.
And the Crown Heads Instagram is the Crowned Heads.
Perfect.
That's
Awesome.
pretty much all I'm messing with.
What about Fred? You want to do yours again?
Everything for me is at Godfather, at GODFADR, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
And you're pretty funny on social media. So
Okay.
you're worth following.
I have a lot of misspellings on things.
Yeah. Like last names? Thornton.
Thornton.
But he can't spell my last name.
That's why I
Nobody
couldn't
can
find him on
spell your last
Instagram.
name. Nobody can pronounce your name.
I've never tried.
In Poland, a lot of people can.
Legit
Yeah.
don't know what it starts with. I think it's an S or a Z, but I'm not sure.
I think
Hey, you got the
it's,
first
it's,
two
it's
letters.
actually SZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
SZ.
after that, I tap out.
CZ. That's where I give
Wait, it's CZ?
up. SZCZ, and that's where I give up.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's not right.
Good job, Mike.
Thank you. Wow. It's too many letters.
So what's selling cars?
Yeah, just
You're
make up
such an
your
asshole.
career. Yeah, make up
I mean,
your
this is brilliant. You got to give you credit for this because.
So, I heard you went to school for massage therapy? No.
It didn't happen.
no.
So what was that like?
I've actually never had a massage professionally.
I guess the other question that I have been kind of asking a lot lately is, who would you win in a fight with? If you got into a fight with anybody, let's see.
You gotta pick somebody.
What about Miguel? I feel like, Miguel's the guy that you'd probably want to fight. He's kind of a nice guy. I mean, but you work for him or with him or whatever the fuck. Could you take him?
I would want to grab him by the neck, but he doesn't have one.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't.
He's short, but he's scrappy.
I think I could outrun him. And I'm not very fast, but I still think I could just because of the length of the stride.
But could you kick his ass?
I don't know. I've never been in a fight. I'm a lover, man.
You've never been in a fight?
No. I like to talk myself out of it.
the night is young.
I don't really get hyped up. I don't know if you can
I
tell.
didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill.
Big ball of energy, Wes is.
We only got a couple minutes, so we're gonna have to go to commercial again.
All right,
well, we
we'll
can
go
just
to,
That's
we'll
more
go to
money.
commercial
That's more
again.
money for the podcast.
Yeah,
isn't
man,
it?
let's just
they're
go to
not real-
commercial.
They're not real
really
big
have-
commercials.
Gotta keep
We
bringing
can
Go
that
to
bell.
commercial.
go to commercial.
It's another commercial.
When we come back, the
Just end it-
fictional
we can
character.
end the podcast
Gizmo
here,
Quirk.
I think. I think this is appropriate.
You think it's a good time to end it?
Yeah, to kind of call.
All right.
Wes is just getting warmed up.
Yeah, I was just starting to get comfortable.
He's got, yeah, slowly,
This might be my favorite episode.
I can't wait to the comments on this one.
When we come back, the Wes Shark cage fight match that happened in the Caribbean.
Just gonna bring that
Pretty
up.
impressive story.
All right, end this.
All right.
End this now.
Thanks, everybody. That's it. Bye.